Hi guys, it's me Jordan, known as Ida Richards. I'm a drag queen and self-taught makeup artist, and today I'm going to be showing you, as my first video on this channel, basically my standard pretty face. So this is like my ultra natural for people who possibly, it can help a range of people. It's a little less drag, this is, and I quite like that. I did put up a poll on my Instagram asking what people wanted, and it tended to go along the lines of basically being natural as my first video, and then we go into my much harsher drag makeup tutorials, but also I'm going to be posting a lot of graphic design, illustration based videos, but this is my real first video for the channel. So first we're going in, I'm mixing two full coverage but liquid foundations, and I'm using my natural brows today. So in my next video, as you'll see, I've shaved a little bit of them off. I go through phases where I shave off half of them. I've only shaved off a little bit, but I also block out my brows for drag as well. It depends what I'm doing. I'm going to be showing a bit of everything as far as drag makeup goes. I also do this, so this is basically makeup that could be seen as useful to drag queens that want to be very natural, for people who are cross-dressers, and also advice for people who might be transgender. Like, there's a lot of different pieces of advice here. So the first one is full coverage foundations. I won't be linking all my products, or like telling you all my products. I'm going to do a video of my favourite products at one point, but really now what I want to really emphasise for you all is I want to basically supply good foundations with a good range of colours, and yeah, and a very good longevity that I've tried out, so I'll link those all down. So a pan stick, so I've just blended that all out, as you can see, but it was basically, that was like a full coverage combo of foundations, but you really want camouflage coverage if you are more masculine in skin texture, which is, yeah, I'm not super masculine in skin texture, but I still like my full coverage. So brows, I'm using a brow pencil, and then I use a brow pomade, just drawing some more hair strokes, because I wasn't really feeling just the pencil today. I was like, you know what, I want a bit of a harsher brow, and I can't complain. I really loved a harsh brow on me, so yeah, it was really, really fun doing this look. I mean, this look is very simple. There's nothing much to the eyes. It's very much about face contouring and brows. So the brows very much are very, very simple. I just go in with that product, I brush it out, and then I go in with a pomade and just do little hair strokes for it, just to make it a bit dark. I'm wearing a black wig today, which you'll see in the thumbnail and later on in the video. So it's quite a fun process. I think doing the brows is kind of the thing that makes or breaks makeup. I say for people, I shave around my brows. I don't go too detailed because I do like a bit of a messier brow out of drag, and in drag also sometimes I really like to emphasize like a textured brow as well. So I do like my brows not being microbladed. I don't want to get them threaded. I like just shaving around them. Shave off a bit, because there's no point in paying for it when I might just shave it off a bit the next day, you know what I mean? So I personally, I wouldn't get my brows done. I don't see a point, because I can block them out. Usually I block them out, or I shave around them and work with what I've got and have a bit of a bushier brow, because I like that personally. It's all down to you and your own perception of how you want your brows. You may want to get your brows done, you may want to block out your brows and still follow the basic contours of the face that I'm showing today. I've done brows now, so I can clean up around them before I set. So I've just done my foundation. The foundation can set itself. I use a shit ton of powder. I'm oily and also I'm a drag queen, so we use a lot of powder. I'll also be putting some of my powders that I use, but also I'm going to be putting alternatives for darker skin tones. Obviously, I have not worked on too many darker skin tones. I don't work very much on other people. I'm more of a self-taught on myself makeup artist. I must say, it's something I do want to get better at, but I want to recommend things that have a wide range of shades. So I use mainly Coty airspun, and the other one being Ben Nye Neutral Set, which I know Shea Coulee uses, and then she buffs it out with like a bronzer or a face powder, but it just keeps you matte for quite a long time. So it's quite nice, but I'll also recommend other Ben Nye shades for different skin tones and see what else I can find that has good reviews, because I really want there to be a range of things. So now I'm using the Nyx Brow Pomade. If you don't have brows, it's really good. I used to use this all the time when I shave off half my brows. I use it all the time for drawing in boy brows. You can get them really refined, do hair by hair. It's less of a gel. It could stick your brows up all day, but yeah, it's a really good product. It's really, as you can see, it instantly just changes my brows. So I believe now I'm going into highlight. No, I'm not. I'm just staring off into the distance. I think I was texting my boyfriend at that point. But Going in with a paint stick, I'll also recommend other things for concealer, but some of the foundations that I say can also be used as a concealer as well, like you just get 2 different colours of it, use it as concealer. So this is actually a foundation, but you use it as a concealer. Usually I use pitch white, like a mehron cream paint stick under my brow bone, but today I'm using the same highlight colour to make it really soft. This is something I usually like, a very dramatic brow highlight, but today I'm going a lot softer. So I'll also recommend some concealers that aren't just foundations, but I sort of write down the description. It'll be a big description, so it just goes into a lot of detail because I know a lot of people have been asking how I do my makeup, especially people who cross-dress, people who do drag, people who wear male to female, things like that. So I've been asked quite a bit, and so I just want to really do this video just to help give people tips, give people product recommendations, so when anyone asks for any advice, if I've got anything out there, I can point straight to this. So I'm using the e.l.f. contour palette and a small brush. I'm not doing too much cream contour, but the e.l.f. contour palette is very forgiving. I have used some cream foundations contour, and that's good and all. e.l.f. contour, I don't think it comes in a darker shade range, which I really don't like. I want to find something else. Paint sticks can do a similar thing. You can get some dark paint sticks for deep skin tones, but I'll be looking out for that. I just like how this really blends. Completely seamless. It's like, look how seamless. It's really easy to blend it all the way and build and build and build. It doesn't have coverage to it, which is nice. That's what I like about contour. It feels very natural then, and you can kind of make it, you can kind of manipulate it around. So yeah, I just added a little bit more highlight, and now I'm just powdering with Ben 9 Neutral Set. Yeah, but also I patted with a tight powder puff on my mustache line because that breaks apart, and I'm using a setting spray just to make my face more dewy, and then I'll be applying my contour. You can see the horrific faces I'm making, but that's fine. That's what drag is. I can't sit there at a mirror, at a camera, and just keep doing things in a normal, non-boring way. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of have to like make faces to stop being like bored. Like, because like, I don't know why, but when I'm on camera, I do a lot more faces. But when I'm in the mirror, I can't just do this face. I'm like, God, I'm really vain. But no, it's just a face so you can really scope out. I guess it's almost like emphasizing your cheekbone to see where it is. I think everyone does a face when they put on, like, everyone has their face for makeup. I have my face for makeup. But yeah, it's really, really, yeah, just using a nice contour palette. I'll recommend some contours out there as well. Or I might do that in another video. Basically, you want the contour that's slightly cool tone, and then go over it with a bronzer. But you want it more bone, almost like a, not bone shade, but it's like a very cool tone version. So if you're really fair, you'd even use like a grey brown, or it's like a very soft taupe, even better off. So I'm just using a fluffy brush. I'm going to be working into my eyes. I think it's, no, nose contour. So yeah, I just go down the sides of my nose, make it a bit smaller. Obviously you make it kind of like, even if you're doing a button nose, you start with an upside down triangle. And you do that very softly, but it means that sort of like you blend up into your brow bones and then it goes down to a needle point. Which I'm not doing a huge needle point today, but I'm just applying the basics. My nose gets a bit kind of iffy because I put on too much highlighter, but I still like it. I don't really have any quarrels with my nose. And then you blend it up either into your eyes or into your brows, and that basically means that you don't have to do an ombre, because sometimes I don't like doing ombres. I'm much less of an ombre person and much more, yeah, so you just see me blending out of that buffing brush. That's something you can do as well, and then you bake along the sides of it to make it feel more realistic and that your nose isn't as long as well. That's another good tip. I didn't learn until about 2 months ago, and I'm like, that has saved me, because I always did it, but I didn't do it properly. I was like, I'm an idiot. But yeah, now I'm baking with Ben 9 Neutral Set. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm baking with baby powder, but yeah, use Ben 9 Neutral Set, use Ben 9 Super White, or whatever highlight tones you use personally, like banana powder. I'm fairly fair, as you can see through this video. I'm not super tanned. Oh, look at my hairy arm. Yes, queen, slay. We all stand a queen with a fucking hairy arm, I swear to Jesus. So yeah, just basically packing on the bake. We ain't doing too much here. It brings out the highlights. Also allows the highlights to last longer, because also in these zones I also find myself being a little bit more oily. So it reinforces that, but also it catches all the eyeshadow, makes things lighter. Just an all over. If you have really dry skin, you probably don't want to bake as much as me. Also, you'll probably see halfway through the video I start fucking jamming out to music, full on lip syncing, whipping my hair. I need to get my hair cut. I like my hair short personally. Makes it easier for wigs, but all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I believe we're going on to eyes now. So we're going with an orange eye. So we're just using a really cheap palette. One of my favourite palettes. I've left the window open. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Listen, the camera angles in this video are bad enough, so the voiceover can match. So I'm using like a soft orange, now going with an intense, like a more intense orange. Basically, I'm just doing orange. You can use this with any colours. I would never recommend starting with black if you're doing a black eye. I always recommend starting out with your contour colour or a bronzer colour. Or a grey, but I say stray away from grey as well. Start with a bronzer colour and then build the black in because, or whatever colour you're using, I recommend anything but grey. I'd always recommend like, if you're going to go neutral, like you just want black, do a black, do not a black, but do like a contour colour, and then it feels like it's melding with your skin, and it diffuses a lot better than just black on its own. But for this, I'm just going in with orange, and I'm going to put in copper on the lid. And yeah, I need to get more vibrant copper, to be honest. But I use a liquid shadow, then go over with a non-liquid shadow, a powder shadow, there we are, lost my words. But I'm just kind of going in my crease, and I'm mapping out where the higher bit of my crease is, and not where my eye fold is, but where the crease is, and this just makes your eye look bigger, because you're sort of emphasising that, yeah, this is an area too, the hollows of your crease, and also when you're using the exact hollows of your crease, it matches up, so you don't have to worry about that as much. You'll see how quick the eyes are. They're really, really, really quick, so it's quite good. I do quite like that. So yeah, I'm going into my brow bone a bit with some of the highlight shade, and then going over my lip with some of the highlight shade, just to mark out where things are going. Nothing intense, and my lighting kept fucking up. I apologise. But yeah, so I pulled my head back because I'm an idiot, but yeah, so it's just sort of mapping out. So I'm going back in that orange shade. I keep pointing to the shade, but yeah, you use any set of colours. I recommend starting, if you're starting makeup, start with like orange tones and more neutral tones, like warm neutrals, so like warm browns, and coppers and golds, because I think they really suit everyone, whereas some of the shades that I use, such as I use a lot of purples and blues sometimes, a lot of yellows, they're a bit more adventurous. I even say stray away from black. Oh, I almost dropped something. But I definitely say stray away from black. I don't know. I think you can work with black, just be very delicate with black. Don't be scared of it, but also don't be over friendly with it. Give it a bit too much space. Kind of gotta not use too much and really slowly build up with black when you start out. Like with me, I'll just go in the black sometimes, and I'll regret it, but I can work it out. But when I started drag, oh fuck, like honey, if you saw me go like with drag, like black, I was like, oh shit, I've got to wipe it all off and start again. You'll get to a point where you can work stuff out and make it look great anyway, but just really start subtle. Not necessarily subtle. If you're doing bigger drag, I'll give you more advice for more intense drag. I'll do more like not a pageanty, but much more of a generic drag look, which is my general drag look. But I'll show you more of a general crease, a general eyeliner, and I'll go through a few different drag videos. I might do a video emphasising just in eyebrow shapes and eye shapes and colours and things like that, and might go into a 5-part series like Sophie Garland or Lucy Garland even, I can't remember. I know Sophie's her sister, I believe. But yeah, I'll go into a lot of depth with that and sort of say, oh, this is the foundations I'm using. I don't take long with my foundation though, but I think I'll have to go over like all the ins and outs of foundation. Personally, I like doing the voiceover style. Also, we're going to give you a quick check to show you how my makeup's looking at a better angle. So right now I've got no liner on, we're going to do a very simple liner in a second. We've got very basic eyes, not super even, my brows aren't even in this, but that's what I look like. Anyway, so I can't do anything about that. But if you do want, I don't know, like a more even brow, I guess that's something you can really work on yourself with getting them done, but, or it might have been how I drew them on, I don't know anymore. One's higher than the other naturally, but I think with subtle looks sometimes they come out like that a bit more, but I usually go in for super harsh brows or bleach brows or gluing down my brows. So going in with basically an eyeliner gel pencil. I usually go in with liquid duo wing, but I wanted today to be super simple, so basically make it a bit bigger towards the back and then have it go back down and then really thin at the front. I've skipped most of it because it's kind of difficult to show you in this. I didn't show it very well, but yeah, just very small liner. Then I'm going in with a highlighter palette. I have a highlighter palette 6U. I'm using a Revolution Pro. Most of my stuff's Revolution Pro, by the way. Recently been really into Revolution Pro. Not sponsored. I want them to find my Instagram so I can like at least do something with them. They can give me some PR, but I'm like way too small for them to notice. I'm like almost 300 followers on Instagram, and half of them are hedgehog accounts. The other half are Doberman accounts for some reason, and then like a third of them are, you know, like well, no, half the. A third of them are hedgehogs, a third of them are Dobermans, and then like the rest are just like drag fans and drag queens. So yeah. Going in for lip balm with my lipstick. I overdraw my lips. That's key. I'll do a video on that, why I do that, because the only criticism I ever got is usually from people who cross-dress overdoing drag, and they always say I overdraw my lips and I shouldn't do that. I believe that you should do that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think it really helps femininize the face. It creates that space, helps bridge that gap between the nose and the lip. So yeah. So then we're just going in, using my setting spray and just, yeah, going into it. Really going blinding. Oh yeah, it's bad. It's too light for you to really tell like the camera, but it's fine. We'll get into it and you'll get to see close up in a second. But yeah, it's just basically brushing off bake then. Also I put some highlighter on my lips, some of the champagne coloured highlighter, and that's why I put on that lip balm. It does bring up the overdrawing a little bit, but I think it still works out and you'll see in the end. And then it's just putting on lashes. I can't really recommend lashes because I make my own kind of. I like splice on my own lashes. Oh, I'm going over another highlighter. I like to put highlighter on top of highlighter and be like, intense, darling. But anyway, have a good day. I'll be going into my intro now, well, my outro now. So yeah, everyone have fun. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll carry it on to past me to do the outro. So yeah, this is my biological woman look. My wig is, yeah, but yeah, my nose is very shiny. I like my nose very shiny. I'm just gonna add a little bit more shine to it in front of you all. There we go. But yeah, this is the look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned some things. Obviously this is very natural for me, so if you do want to see anything from me in the future, it probably will be a much more amped up drag look, even if I use my natural brows. I just had this because I did a request on my Instagram and for a few other places on Discord. Just like, what people want me to, what they want to see from me. My really harsh makeup, not my really harsh, I'm not super harsh anyway, but my more draggy makeup, or my biological woman makeup, and everyone chose this. Well, half the people chose, like, god, I think it was like 60% chose this, so. Also, using the same highlight on my body. Yes! So anyway, have a good day. I hope you've learned something from this. And I hope the quality is not utter shit, so yeah. So look forward to my next videos.